Madena Saleh is proud of her sewing business near Arbil in northern Iraq. With her 3 daughters, she makes dresses for most of the women in her village. But just 2 years ago, she had nothing, living in poverty. Like millions of others, she was caught up in the devastation that was post-war Iraq. What's changed her life? A remarkable program for bottom-up economic revival. I was a jobless housewife living in poor circumstances and had no way to improve my life. Then I got training in dressmaking. I got help to start a sewing business, and it really grew month by month. I got a lot of customers, and I was given sewing machines to help with the business. Things are a lot better now. My skills are better. People in Arbil know about my dressmaking, and customers come to me, especially to make Kurdish clothes for women in the latest styles. It all started back in 2007, an ambitious program led by the UN Industrial Development Organization, UNIDO, working with its partner, the UN Food and Agriculture Organization, to help the Iraqi government in this quest for recovery, with funds from the European Union. Under the program, Madena got the training she needed and the sewing machines that helped get her business off the ground. Programs like this are badly needed. Iraqis hope that more stability will bring a brighter future. Oil, the most potent barometer of recovery. Oil export earnings have returned to pre-war levels. But oil alone is far from enough. This is a country where 1/4 of the population are out of work. How to get Iraq's private industry back on its feet, to generate jobs and growth, and, away from the headlines, a grassroots recovery. The most vulnerable, there are millions of them. Northern Iraq is one of the poorest regions, 5 million people often lacking access to basic services. Infrastructure destroyed in the war, education and training damaged, the young lacking marketable skills to earn a living. Women are the majority of the 200,000 vulnerable people here, but many internally displaced people returning also need help. The reasons, years of insecurity and conflict, as Siran Jamel of UNIDO explains.
All these caused the Iraq to destroy all infrastructure in Iraq, badly damaged, and isolated Iraq, as well as the embargo for Iraq for 10 years, as you are aware, badly damaged Iraq infrastructure, as well as isolated Iraq from new technology.
Needed to break the cycle of poverty, small-scale cottage industries generating income, the backbone of Iraq's private sector, especially in the villages, the catalyst for change. Training in marketable skills would be the key to unlocking this potential. The program rehabilitated training centres near where vulnerable communities live. There, people learned technical and business skills, but also the ability to exploit their skills, help with marketing and entrepreneurship, the basics of business. Training focused on products and services in demand, traditional food processing, techniques needed as the Iraqi economy recovers, from machine maintenance to information technology, as well as local handicraft traditions. This was a major program. 2,500 households from 185 villages attended over 100 courses. Among those courses, welding. Ahmed Hassan, with a family of 8 to support, received training and, like Madena Saleh, equipment to get him started. This was a key motivator to help people put into practice the skills they learned once training had finished. Work tools, lathes, looms, machines, they received the toolkits they needed to get their businesses off the ground. For years I was working part-time as a construction worker. We were very poor. The salary wasn't enough for my family. 3 years ago I went on a UNIDO welding course. That helped me learn a lot about welding and steel fabrication. After that, UNIDO supported me with toolkits for welding machines and a blowtorch. I set up the workshop. It's going well now. I get customers because I'm the only blacksmith in the village. Ahmed can now handle just about any metalworking job. On a good day, he can earn over $50, and that goes quite far here. The quality of the trainers themselves was key to the program. They attended specialized technical courses inside Iraq, but also abroad. And they visited and supported trainees at home after the courses were finished, giving one-to-one mentoring. The results remarkable, conclusive. Before the programme, over 60% of vulnerable people here had no work. Today, 9 out of 10 trained under the programme are employed or self-employed. Surveys show that over 85% of trainees like Ahmed say their income has improved, the lives of their families transformed, but the benefit resonates still more widely. Surveys show that the self-employed themselves took on employees, on average 2 each, so providing work throughout the surrounding community. Just as Medina trained her daughters in turn to benefit from the dressmaking business, so a similar story for Ahmed's son Biston. Before, we lived in poor conditions. My father worked as a building worker. He'd have a job one day, then the next day jobless. Now we have work day and night. I even got a job with my father. I've got better skills. My family have a better income. And beyond families, revitalising cottage industries means circulating money within the economy, turning around the private sector from bottom up. So family businesses are a cornerstone. Their local suppliers profit from increased business. Their local customers benefit from their greater spending power. For the programme organisers, its success simply means that it can be extended elsewhere, with a need still to reach out to more vulnerable communities.
More than 80% for the trained beneficiary, they got own job, they increased income, they upgraded their skills. For that, the project really was very benefit, and we can say Kurdistan especially need more and more projects like this to recover the economic in Kurdistan and to put the area, especially village area, to start with their own job to sustain their life and to their economy.
And other projects are happening. In southern Iraq, a similar programme to help the government train vulnerable people and encourage small-scale businesses. It's an area with exceptionally high unemployment. The focus here is on helping people internally displaced because of conflict, now returning to reintegrate into society. Vulnerable people are learning a range of skills in vocational training centres. Here, 1,500 households have benefited from help and support. For the Iraqi Minister of Social Affairs, Nasser al-Rubai, these programmes are part of an overall strategy. We're now in a time when decisions are taken collectively, no longer a time when you can just issue a decree with the stroke of a pen. The 5-year development plan 2010-2014 gives us a real strategy for reducing unemployment. It's part of an overall national development plan, really a strategy to reduce poverty. For Medina Saleh, the programme has quite simply transformed her life. She and her family can look ahead with confidence. For Medina, Ahmed and thousands like them, the rebuilding of Iraq's economy has begun at the grassroots, engaging their spirit of enterprise now and into the future.